way longer. Okay. All right. Hi, everybody. Welcome. My name is Kasia Derbiszewska, and today I'm going to be diving into the leverage shift, how to serve more people with less of your time, because I think we can all agree that we all need more time. Agreed? We all need more time. So just a little bit about myself. I'm owner of LearningKey Educational Consulting. I've had our business for about 17 years. I'm an online course and business strategist, international speaker, author of Supercharge Your Professional Learning. My background is in educational neuroscience. I have a master's from Harvard University. And so that book is based on a lot of my 17, close to 20 years of experience working in the educational neuroscience space. Former researcher at Harvard, former teacher at Penn High School, lover of all things educational neuroscience. If you asked me 20 years ago when I was studying to be a teacher what I would be doing today, this is not what I had on my radar. But I'm very, very grateful to have been able to combine all of my interests and passions to do what it is that I do today. So what we're going to be talking about today, and this is more of in the style of a little mini workshop, so feel free to pause and ask questions. We'll have a spot in the middle to kind of ask questions as well and to do a little bit of work. But I want to help you think about how do you turn what you know, the thing that you are very good at, into an offer that serves more people with less of your time. More people, less time. Like, this is the ultimate ideal that we're looking at. And because I'm passionate about education, education is the tool that we use. That becomes your lever for these highly transformative and profitable learning experiences. So that being said, our goal for today, in this little mini session, we're going to unpack a couple of things. And the first one is why connecting your revenue, your profit, to the number of hours you work actually creates a profit ceiling. So what we're thinking about is if you rely on the number of hours you work to make more money, you're eventually going to run out of time, right? And we're already, as entrepreneurs, very short on time. So then the question becomes, how do I serve more people with less of my time and provide an equally compelling service that is highly transformative but yet profitable for you? So this is where the educational piece, so how do I create high impact curriculum that transforms more lives and also earns more income? And then I'll have you take a look at, where am I at? How do I begin to choose my offer? So you could be looking at the latest fad, what's current out in social media, like I should try this, I should try that. But I always believe in looking at what works best for you and the health of your business in order to decide what your next most profitable offer would be. So this is what I call the expertise trap. So when you become a very skilled expert at what you do, the traditional model is we take your expertise, the number of hours that you have, and that's what produces the client outcome. Your expertise plus your time becomes what fuels the outcome. But, so this essentially means that to earn more profit, you have to earn more hours. So again, coming back to this time constraint, right? Because you are connected to the transformation. So your time becomes the constraint in your business. And this is very, very, very problematic for a lot of business owners. And it's problematic on a number of different levels. And one of them is that people begin to feel like, oh, I have to serve more people. So I had clients who start working at 6 a.m. and then they take their last client at 8 p.m. Or they're trying to fit more people into their business model and then they get burnt out. Or they're trying to fit more people in, so they meet with their client for a less amount of time, and therefore they can't provide the transformation that they want. So think about a traditional doctor visit. You go in, you have maybe 10, 15 minutes, and you're like, wait, I had so many more questions. And the doctor is like, oh my gosh, I have so much more that I could do to teach you to transform your life. But there is a time gap. So you're rushed along, and you don't get that complete transformation. So this time constraint is very, very problematic, not only for you as the provider, but it's also very problematic for the client as well. So this is what I call the virtual offer landscape. So you have a copy of this at your table. It's on a sheet of paper over there, so feel great to pass those around. There should be enough for everyone. Pass some more of these around.
Does anyone need one? I'll just get it right here.
All right, so on this virtual offer landscape, you're going to see on this chart, you have on this side, we have high touch offers, and then on the bottom here, we have high leverage offers. And I'm going to explain this chart in just matrix in just a minute. But I want to be very clear to say that one of these offers is not better than the other. It is truly getting down to understanding what is your capacity, how long does the transformation take for your client, how involved do you want to be, what is best to fuel that transformation. So that's kind of a different topic that we can dive into, that we won't unpack today. But high touch, if you look at here, in order to have a high touch offer, we're essentially saying that the more that you are connected to the transformation, the higher the cost is, right? Because the transformation is dependent on you providing that service, right? So that has, because you're so connected to it, it has to cost more. So these are done for you offers, one-to-one programs, maybe different forms of private coaching. So there's different models in which this could look like. On the other hand, if you physically yourself are not directly connected to the transformation, and so instead of you, the content is driving the learning experience, these are high leverage offers, so it's less of your time. You record it once, you put together a presentation one time, right, and you record it in some way, or put it in some sort of digestible format. The cost is lower because you are not directly connected to that transformation. The content is. So we're talking about libraries, resource vaults, courses, workshops, master classes. Then here in the middle, we have hybrid offers where you are to some degree connected to that transformation physically. And so that's kind of a mid-range. So we have memberships, programs, challenges, certifications. Now, this is just kind of an overview of the different types of offers you can create in your business. However, that's not to say that one of these is better than the other, and also thinking about this in terms of you could combine these. So you could have a coaching program that also has a library or a resource vault into it, or is in the form of a course, but requires some sort of membership. So in our program, Supercharge Your Online Course, people begin as a group coaching program, and then it turns into a membership. So we have predictable recurring revenue every single month. So we combine these types of offers depending on what is the goal of our business. So we combine high touch offers and high leverage offers. So leverage scales. You can scale your business when you have leverage, and education is your tool, your pathway to do that. But intimacy connects, right? These high touch offers connect you deeply to your client, to their needs, to their pain points, to what they're going through. You deeply understand that. But leverage is what allows you to scale your business. So let's dive into this a little more, into a little more granular detail so that you can see what the differences are. So high leverage offers, you are serving one to many. You or your content are serving many people. High touch is one-to-one. So you are serving fewer people, right? Because we have this time constraint. So if you're constrained by time, you will only have a certain number of private clients. So again, in our program, we have majority of people go through our group coaching, then we have a subset of private clients, and then even fewer done for you service clients as well. So we have this value ladder. So we combine those two. High leverage offers, again, these are your courses, your libraries, your vaults. That is a lower price per person. So you do need to have more people enroll in those programs than you would in a high touch offer, because your high touch offer is a higher price per person. The high leverage, those courses, things, those are repeatable experiences. So when you record a course or some sort of program or certification, you may update your program, every quarter or every 6 months, every year, but it's basically a repeatable experience, whereas high touch offers, those one-to-one experiences, that is a highly tailored experience. So for our private clients, I'm tailoring everything that we do in a coaching program, in growing their course, their membership is very customized to them. High leverage offers are easier to scale, but high touch offers are very personalized. High leverage offers are content led, high touch offers are relationship led. So my private clients, I know absolutely everything, every detail about their business, but they're also enrolled in our high leverage offers as well, so they're getting the same background, the content that I'm teaching everybody. The high leverage offers are fixed in scope, high touch is very flexible in scope. High leverage offers rely on systems and content, high touch relies on you. So hopefully we're beginning to see that you cannot scale your business with only one-to-one clients because there's only one of you, right? High leverage offers low support versus high touch or high support. And then high leverage, the income is not tied to your presence. I do not have to be present to coach my clients or my income is not tied to them because it's all in the portal, an experience that they go through. Versus the high touch offers, my presence or your presence is the value of that experience. So leverage, the content does the work, high touch, high intimacy, you do the work, right? So just want to make that distinction. But I also want to really emphasize that you can and should combine the two. So you really want to have a value of ladder in your business where you have a combination of high touch offers, self-paced offers, group offers to diversify your streams of income, but also to provide more levels of support for your clients. So scaling your business means that you're going to grow your impact without growing your workload. Grow your impact without growing your workload. Now, I don't know about you, but this is like the ideal scenario, right? Transform more lives, earn more income. So the client is getting the benefit, but you are too. It's a win-win situation here. So again, and this highly relies on designing high-quality learning experiences. So in today's session, I'm not going to go in the scenes of how we do this, but basically, so my background is in neuroscience, so we use a neuroscience-backed framework to make sure that your curriculum is high impact. It's designed for all learners, and it's designed in a way that learners actually complete the program and the course and apply it. Because the biggest conundrum in the online space is that people know what to do, but they don't do what they know. So they'll maybe finish the course, but they won't, I'm seeing some chuckles, or they won't implement, right? So we can use neuroscience to create that high impact learning environment. So that's the underpinning of how we do it, but basically today we're just looking at this matrix. So if you look at this, what I'd love for you to do right now is I'd love for you to just reflect and circle where you are in your current business model. Where does it sit on the matrix right now? And if you don't have, if you're in a...
So using this,
yes.
just to be clear, using this, circle what we do.
Correct. So are you one-to-one? And so for some of you, you may be in a business, so that may be hard, like we'd have to talk to see how could we create something else, right? Like could we turn it into a group coaching program or a course? So not every business model fits, right? If you're running a coffee shop, maybe you're not going to be creating a course on how to make coffee.
Well, I like that. Can I interrupt?
Yeah, please.
Yesterday we had a meeting. Where's my meeting from yesterday? Right here. We had a meeting, parceling, great program. So in their business, which is not coaching or mentoring, they have a situation where they need to teach their users how to use the program, which is an education program, right? They're going to create an education program or a series of steps or a series of videos or something to help move people along in their program. This would be, what you're talking about would be great.
Yes.
So it's not just for people who have mentoring programs or just coaching programs that maybe if people wonder if kind of what they're doing would fit into this idea, then maybe, I mean, would you help them figure it out?
Oh, absolutely. So we've worked with providers who have created HIPAA compliance programs that they have eventually licensed or white labeled across the U.S. We've worked with functional medicine doctors. I mean, like you name it. We've worked in the construction industry. I mean, everything. Financial advisors, lawyers. there's no limit to where this can go, because people are realizing there's only a certain amount of transformation you can provide in a 1 hour session, and many of us are like, but I want you to know more. I just don't have the time to teach you, right? And so it leaves feeling a gap. So take a look, and maybe you don't land anywhere right now on that, right? Maybe you're done for you is I run a coffee shop, or I'm running ParcelLink, and I'm not sure where it would fit, or I do, like, how could I take this? So just take a moment and reflect.
And see where we are on, like,
where
can I
you
circle
are.
all the things that apply to me?
Sure.
I just want to make sure everybody understands.
Sure. Circle where, you could be in more than one spot. You might also not be on the chart, and so feel free to pencil something in then too.
I'm confused, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, I see. I'm trying to help.
Yeah.
So is this like, so in my business, in a bookkeeping accounting company, we do a lot of one-on-one, obviously, right? And we coach them about their business. But I don't have memberships, or I don't have anything I'm teaching, but eventually, because so many people reach out and they're very small in the beginning, I like to teach them how to kind of DIY their books.
Yes.
So that would be kind of a created online program is what I'm looking
So
at.
you're right here, you're done for you.
Mm-hmm.
Because my next question is, what do you want to start building or optimizing next? Where do you see the potential? So you are right, many of our clients are kind of early level or mid-level in their business journey. And so they are DIYing their books right now. What they would pay for is a course or a program that maybe you had live coaching with it, like once a month. They go through the program, but maybe once a month they hop on a group coaching call where you could answer some general questions.
Right.
And if they wanted private, more nuance, you'd have this offer for there. So my question for you is, if you're strictly up here, what could you be creating next, right here, to serve clients on a DIY basis or group coaching format or self-paced course?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so circle where you are, star what you would like. Any other questions? Okay, so now turn to the person next to you or at your table. What would you create? And then why does it matter to you and your business? Why would adding another option to your business model to transform more lives, earn more income, be transformative for you and your business? Just take like 2 minutes.
What do you want to do?
Well, usually right now I've done mostly 5%, which is writing. Really once you get to last other three, you have to have it's easier to get I'll take that. That's a way to not everybody it would be a lot of people product I feel like here, and then I think a lot more race or whatever.
I mean, I think you're going to see a lot of business models. I was thinking you want to think how it works. So I was thinking you like concerns. I thought, so that's why I was trying to help you. Because we were talking about something not me, because I don't do that necessarily. Yeah. Let's think about that and not have so we're going to do it now. So she does a great job. Sometimes we don't mention without anything back in. And then sometimes we
I have to take a step back, like, I don't know, when you were talking about the it's very important. So the way that we have you can hire
so you can buy a whole course and or you can buy 200 also about this, I think I do a lot more
All right, so let me bring everybody back up to the front. I know I'm interrupting a lot of conversation. I heard a lot of ideas coming up, so I'd love to I've got a couple more things that I want to share about this, but I'd love to hear a couple of ahas, takeaways, or things that are things that are coming up for you. I know, Cindy, you have something.
So we were talking. So I know her, and so I have to go with that. And also, so one of the things I do when I meet people, I would start thinking about, how to improve your business. That's kind of my to-go location. Like, I meet you, I learn about you, and I start thinking, how can I help you with your business? So yesterday, we were talking about how I need special attention. Honestly, I mean, I could blame it on a lot of things, but let's just say it. Okay, so I need more of intensive help. So we were just thinking, while we were talking, I was thinking, you need to create a membership program or some sort of program where people can go online and learn about how to do your program. Not that their program's hard. If you understand computers and how they work, and you're probably on the younger end of the spectrum, you probably can jump right in. But on this end of the spectrum, I feel like I need a little more support. So once I got to thinking about, today, I started thinking, what are all the businesses that could actually use this? And what it came to my mind is if you do any level of education to your product or service, if there's any level at all, wouldn't it be great if you could provide that information either in the front or after they purchase the product and get their questions answered? People are used to that. You can almost never get in touch with anyone anymore. So, but it could be an added service for your business. So like we were kind of talking about, maybe they could create something where when you sign up, you get 30 days free of his personal assistance. And then maybe after that, you're referred to for a fee, right? So it's an extra fee. You can refer them to your education program, and it'll teach you all about whatever it is you want to know. And then Terry and I were talking, and she has a bookkeeping business, if you don't know, it's great. And she's talking about, well, I'd like to really give my clients more education. Like, I'd really like them to understand the process before we even start talking. So, or maybe afterwards, something she thinks they should know more about, or a change in regulations, or a change in the rules, like keep up or whatever. And so she thinks like adding some sort of a program, it's called a membership program, or that's what it's called. But at any rate, to what she's already doing. And then she can provide it easily to 400 people as one, and also she could charge for it down the road if she wants. So that's kind of what we were talking about.
Yeah, absolutely. Anybody else have ideas that kind of came up?
Ideas?
Oh, sure, yeah, I mean, I'm happy to do questions now, yeah.
Oh, okay.
We can do it now, yeah.
Okay, so I like this, and I'm always trying to figure out how can I implement it in my business. But I feel like my service is when I cater to seniors. Most of them are either in facilities, like rehab facilities, wanting to go home, or at home and their health is declining. And so we help them get through the Medicaid planning portion or the eligibility process, because it is hard. And we help them gather the documents and get them turned in by a certain due date. And so I've always known this whole model as far as having a course and workshops and things like that. But I don't know how to really do that with this business, because it is such a hands-on, and I didn't know if I wanted to like replicate this idea and take it into other spaces, because we've searched and there's no other organizations or companies that actually help people do this, except for like a lawyer or Medicaid plan that costs a lot. So we cater to some of those people that might just be a little bit over income, but they still are low income, or people that can't afford. Some of the lawyers charging $10,000. But so I'm just really want to figure out how can I scale this in a different direction.
She needs a model.
Make a meeting.
Yeah, I mean, so like, I mean, because as I'm listening, like, you may have questions about the tech piece, like, what tech platform does this live in, or how do I structure my ideas, or how does this integrate in my business strategy, right? Like, so we probably have to chat one-on-one so that I better understand what you're, like, are you looking at it from a conceptual standpoint, a logistical one, a platform one, like, all the above?
Who can I teach that?
Who you can teach.
Yeah, because I know as far as the seniors, that's kind of like a little bit over their head. I don't want to give them a bunch of tech stuff, because
family members.
that's the problem that they're having. They don't, as far as when it comes to the computers and stuff, because most of them are sick. They're going through health issues. And so when you give them a lot of things to do on the computer, that's where it fails. So I was like, when you think about courses and things like that, should I look to teach other people how to do what I'm doing?
Yeah, a coaching model.
Definitely could do that.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have a lot of our clients are either working directly to consumer, or they're working with other providers. So like, maybe they create, this is not quite right for you, but like a certification program, like you have a certain method that you teach this process. So you're going to coach, and it sounds like you're in a very niche market, not many other people are doing it. So you could be teaching other people how to bring this work into the space. So maybe you have some programs that are, we'd have to kind of look at a bigger business strategy of where you're headed. But maybe you have some mini self-paced courses, like some easy DIY things, like just getting started, and then they can upgrade to work directly with you. Or it's working with other providers in the area and coaching them on your model, your methodology, and scaling your business that way.
Or even having a workshop.
Oh, yes.
Like where you can, a workshop, kind of host a workshop somewhere, maybe try to look for free, space somewhere.
Right here in the library.
And advertise, and try to get the word out, to family members of the elderly or something on, the process they need to go through for everything. That might be a good idea.
And then record it and then put it on a website so people could get to it.
Have that workshop recorded, then put it on a YouTube or where they pay, a certain amount.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a number of different ways that model can look at.
Oh, sorry.
I think Kim and you, I'm not sure, no.
School, I've learned is a good place. Like, if you wanna do virtual classes, you can actually set it up to where you have virtual, workshops and programs, and even live sessions. It's so many ways that I'm learning you can utilize, school.
Yeah.
It's literally your school in its own platform.
Oh, yeah.
And everything like
Oh,
that.
right.
So,
I played around with that platform too, I just didn't finish doing it.
So
Oh,
we
yeah.
recommend actually Kajabi, because,
I try Kajabi too.
yeah, so
Okay,
we,
good.
well, I mean, we can talk about that later. I'm just gonna go off topic. But yeah, there's a lot of different platforms, and the platform, so part of the foundation of what we do is we help you choose the platform, because people will choose a platform that's not the right fit for their business model, and then it is a very big problem to get everything seamlessly integrated. So like understanding what is your growth or your business model, where you're headed, where your users are most likely to use, all those things interplay as to which platform you're gonna use. Yeah.
Anyone else?
So, can I finish real quick? Okay, so, and then we can open up to more questions. So balanced offers, I just want to be clear that high leverage isn't the goal, only goal, balanced offers are. So having a balance so that you can scale your business without like becoming only, like your identity becomes the sole force of like just working nonstop. And I'm very passionate about education, and education should exist throughout your business, not just as a standalone course. So while I presented like an overview model, you really want to look at this as a way of like, how can I create hybrid flexible offers where you can have leverage and connection with clients? Because I know many of us service providers love seeing those transformations that people go with or experience when they go through our program or service. And so you can combine those together. Scaling your business has 3 core dimensions: transformation. Do people get a transformation? Delivering your results. Scalability. Can you serve more people? And profitability. Retaining healthy margins. So how do you know if you're ready to add leverage to your business? So these are kind of 5 signals you should be looking at. So if any one of these 5 things has ever come up, then this is the time for you to start thinking about a leveraged offer. If you are repeating the same thing over and over to every single client, that is one of your signals. I probably need to have an educational component to my work, because you get tired of repeating the same thing, but the replay button doesn't. A repeatable process producing outcomes. So if you have a process or a system that you use to get clients results, that means that you have some sort of educational component that your clients would benefit from. If client education is needed sometime before the service, during the service, after the service, that's an opportunity for you to create a program, course, membership, coaching. Your growth is limited by hours. Like if you are saying like, all I do is work. All I do is work. That's your opportunity to take a step back and create leverage in your business through programming. Or you have frequent requests for lower costs or DIY options. So if you have people constantly telling you, I want this, but this is out of my budget. I'd love to work with you, I just don't have the money right now. That's a signal for you to create some sort of educational experience, because therefore your time is not connected to the transformation the content is, and now you can provide that greater transformation, but also scale your business and reach and serve more people. So we had if I don't know how much time we have, but I'm happy to answer any
Okay, wait,
questions.
you have 15 minutes. So that's how much time you have.
15 minutes? Okay,
Till 10:30.
all right.
So that,
Any questions?
you have plenty of time.
One thing you were wondering about, a question on AHA? Yes?
How much does this cost if we were to connect with you?
I would encourage you to hop on a free, either a discovery call or a 30-minute coaching call, because we'd have a question about where you are in your business, and then I would kind of propose different pathways for working. So, yeah, whether you'd be interested in group coaching, self-paced, private coaching. So those offers vary anywhere from $997, and they go up anywhere from that.
Go back so people can scan.
Anybody else?
Oh, yeah.
I saw some people scan it.
Oh, yeah, yep.
What's the thing with 7 in a price? So like, I
Oh.
see online a lot, like $27 for this course, 37, or you were saying $997.
Yes, so it used to be ending your prices at 9 was the thing, and I don't know, I didn't go into the psychology of it. There is some sort of psychology. So it's basically when you say like, it's $200, I didn't follow my model here, this was normally 150, but you would say 200 psychologically, you're already thinking that's more.
Right.
But psychologically, you're like, oh,
It's $199. It's
Right.
closer to
Right,
that.
but now they're saying it's not ending it with a 9, it's ending with a 7.
Yeah, okay, that's what I see that all the time.
Yes, it's end your prices with a 7.
The strategy.
And there's some cards at the table. So basically what our program does is we combine 3 elements. So people come to us and they either say, I have an idea for how to take my offer and scale it, but I don't know how this fits in my business strategy. Or they'll say something like, I struggle with the tech, or I don't know how to create the program. So we use neuroscience and we address the business strategy, the tech component, and also the course creation. So we're combining those 3 elements in our group coaching program. Yes?
Are you coaching someone how to do the course, or are you literally walking them through setting it all up? In other words, like the part of the website, the course content, do you guys write that, or are you just saying, here's a bunch of steps to take you from one person teaching one other person and multiplying it so that now you have a course available? Are you helping them set that up online? Or?
So, sure, great question. So my husband and I run the business together. So we have, his background is also from Harvard in educational technology. So when we run our group coaching program, there are different times you meet with us. So you go through our program, and then there's up to 10 times to meet with us in a group coaching format. The reason we get our clients quick transformations is because we have so many opportunities to meet with us. We also have private clients and done-for-you service clients. So clients who really want a white glove service and they want us to create the program for them, we will. So for now, we're working with a financial advisor. We worked with many doctors. So we do serve clients who want us to create absolutely everything for them. So, but majority of our clients go through our group coaching or our private coaching option. But yes, we do address the business, the tech, and the course creation. Between my husband and I, we're offering, like, we coach on those 3 elements. Does that answer your question? Yes. Yes.
So would it be more beneficial for you to help build the script, or should they come already with the script built?
So I would say don't come with the script built, because your script is going to change based on how we coach you on how to set up your course in the first place. I guarantee you that I have had clients who come to me and they're like, this is my program. And then we break it down based on the neuroscience of how people learn, and they have to redo it. So part of the neuroscience work that I teach is that variability is the norm, not the exception. You can actually predict how people learn based off of different dimensions. And so once you have a foundation of how that works, that's going to completely change the way that you design your program.
Okay.
Yes.
Is that it? All right, thank you so much. Yeah, we give all of our presenters a traveling cup. So here's your traveling cup. So hang on a minute.